What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm C.
I'm P.
No phones.
Well, it's work. I want to see if... Okay.
This is work. She don't realize that. This right here is work.
Wake up call at in a half an hour. So after this, we'll have to stop, do the wake up call.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm C.
I'm P.
And today we're going to be reacting to every comedian's reaction to Will Smith slapping Chris Rock part 2. And before we continue this, we just had a scare. Because we recorded part 1. And for some reason, when we went into the recording software, it wasn't there. Right? So I was dreading the editing I was going to have to do to like sync everything. I was like, oh my god. Because that's what would take me like a good like 30 minutes to an hour to like sync everything, make sure where we pause was right, and it's
You
like,
can do it.
I was like done with this, but then we went to the actual folder, and then it was there. So yeah, so we had a scare, but
If you care.
yeah, let's do part 2 of this, and
This should
hopefully
be interesting.
this
I
doesn't
think
happen again.
Bill Burr's in this one. And
You know we love Bill over here,
oh my god, this should be... The first one was funny as hell, and so I can
especially
only
into
imagine.
shorts, man. He just went ham.
Again, shout out to this guy who made these
Yeah,
videos because they are awesome.
We'll leave his channel in the description for
Yeah.
all the videos, and yeah, let's continue.
Like,
Comment.
subscribe.
We did that already, didn't we?
You did?
Did
I
we?
don't remember.
No, maybe we didn't.
Oh.
What's the deal with airplane peanuts?
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Segura.
What's up, guys?
Where are you at? New York?
I'm in New York. I'm wearing this hat because my alopecia's acting up.
Jesus. Okay, Tom. I'm happy you're joining us because I've been seeing you on the internet. Has this become a thing, huh? Is this what Will Smith did? Do you feel like was an attack on all comedians and maybe setting a precedent for what you can do, or jokes being not accepted in the right way?
Fuck that cuck. Let me tell you this, man.
All right.
The idea that your entitled ass thinks because your feelings are hurt, you get to assault one of the all-time greats because you fucking feel, and then the cowards, the spineless cowards that are in Hollywood, in comedy. We have a list going of these fucking guys. Anybody who did not stand up and say some shit for Chris Rock, we're gonna ruin your fucking life. I just want you to know that.
How come? Do you feel like that was an attack on all of comedy there?
It's what it is it's a display of entitlement. It's a very powerful, very wealthy, influential star who just decided, yeah, I didn't like that. I'm going to smack you. And then gets to sit down, collect his award, get a round of applause, enjoy his night. It's insane. It's like a gross exaggeration of, you see it all the time. I mean, you see entitlement everywhere. And that was on full display for the world to see. I have fucking zero respect for that bitch, and I feel like more people need to come out and say it. It's unacceptable.
I sent you that.
Before we continue, I have a thing. After this whole thing happened, right? Will Smith was doing a party, after party, and he was having fun in the after party. Do you think because the public backlash wasn't
Didn't hit
being
him
said
yet?
yet, he didn't realize how much of a fucked up shit he did?
Yeah.
Because when he got to get his award, everybody was clapping.
Uh-huh.
To him, he was like, I did the right thing. You know what I mean? And after the after party, he was having fun. I think he was singing one of his like past rap songs. He was singing it, having fun. I think he didn't realize that, you know,
What he did was wrong.
and the backlash he was gonna get.
Yeah.
So he was having fun.
And that's because, like Tom Segura said, who, by the way, I love, that's because nobody had the balls to stand up and say, no, this is wrong, this is not right. You let him sit there, accept an award, you clapped, you cheered, you cried while he was crying on stage, like, and of course, in his mind, he's like, okay, I'm good.
I'm the shit.
Nothing's gonna happen to me because y'all aren't saying anything now. But it wasn't until after the fact when us, you know, the audience started being like, this is fucked up, and people that weren't there, like these comedians, and that saw it are saying, this is fucked up. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, this is fucked up. I didn't say something because of blah blah blah, but you know, I really was traumatized by it. Like, please,
let's continue.
you know.
That thing, Jamie, about the Will Smith thing that's in the Independent. I sent it to you a text message.
You showed it before the pod, yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Dore sent this to me. It's like, what the fuck are you even saying here? It says, white outrage about Will Smith's slap is rooted in anti-blackness. It's inequality in plain sight.
What the fuck? What is that? What? I'm confused. What? Can you explain?
I can explain. And I'm black. The fuck is this guy talking about? But okay, let's.
What?
Okay, whatever. I don't know what they have to make it about.
They always have to make it about that shit. No matter what.
Some guy did a fucked up shit, and that's it. It's like, I don't think we have to go deeper into it. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't understand what this has to do with white, period. Like Candace Owens said, this is the first black crime that's been committed in how long?
Okay. Oh my god, yeah. Let's continue. Oh my god, Candace Owens.
What?
And it's in The Guardian. It's kind of depressing.
They just get sucked into wokeness, man.
It's just kind of like...
Performative pearl clutching. Hey, no. That was violence. If you think violence is cool, you need to tell me where that line ends. Is it just slapping? Can I kick someone in the face if I don't like what they say? Like, where does that end?
You just knew that this incident that was between two guys, also they happen to both be African-American, at some point there would be articles blaming white supremacy. You're like, dude, I'm almost impressed by the leap in logic where you're going like, dude,
it's
hats
impressive.
off. Yeah, it's impressive. That you're even going for it.
That actually was a little bit more impressive than the whole Amy Schumer thing. I thought that was pretty impressive to twist it to make it about herself. Yeah. But this kind of beats that. To twist it to make it about white supremacy. All right, I gotta give it to you. How did you do that? I don't understand.
Well, it took a solid 48 hours for someone to concoct that. Like, they had to sit there. You ever see that fucking, there's a meme of a woman, and there's all these, like, calculations in the background. She's trying to, like, ponder something that doesn't make sense. You seen those? That's them sitting there, like, trying to figure out how to put this and make it white supremacy. It's inequality in plain sight. What the fuck are you saying?
Quite possibly one of the most shocking moments in pop culture / art history. Very few things leave me absolutely speechless, but it was funny. Somebody fucking wrote to me, was going like, I told you the fucking podcast to hear your reaction to the slap. Hollywood's made you soft. And I was like, so you turned into my podcast to listen about gossip about an award show, and I'm the fucking one that's soft? That shit brought up a lot of shit for me. Beyond being a comedian. But I will at some point. I just didn't want to be yet another person, fucking typing in all capital letters, flipping the fuck out, screaming, yelling, and none of that's doing anything for anybody.
My name is Bert Kreischer, and I want everyone to just bring awareness to alopecia. This is my buddy Joe DeRosa. Go.
You guys are acting like you're fucking Tyson and Holyfield.
What are you doing? Oh my god. Really? Oh my god, dude.
Holy Bert, what did this?
Oh my god, you did it! I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry!
And there's people who actually have the fucking balls to tell me, they're like, you need to stay out of business as it isn't yours. This is my business. It's my business more than it's your fucking business. So don't you think you can actually give me a lecture on what happens on a stage?
Tom, you ever get into an uncomfortable situation like that with anybody? Because some of those corporate gigs I've heard from comedians are like the worst. So I assume these types of situations arise, or no?
I mean, I've never had that in particular happen. I've had people try to stop shows. I've had people who are like, that joke is, horribly tasteless, move on. As a comedian, you just have to navigate it. Sometimes you just slam them, or you figure out a way in the situation. I've been like, if you don't like this joke, you can fucking leave, which is honestly the best philosophy, I think, for comedy. I mean, yeah, I've had people, I've been booed off stage.
Nice.
So yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
it can go sideways. That's part of doing this long enough, is that you're gonna have really bad fucking shows. but there's no excuse for being like, I don't like that joke, therefore I get to assault you. It's not the way it goes, man.
You can't let people just go around slapping people, and that is whether you think it's violence or not. It's violence.
It's violence.
It's violence.
That was
I think that was clearly violence. I don't know anybody who could be like, no, that wasn't violence. That was clearly violence.
Because a lot of people are still calling it defense because he's defending his wife. But at this point, I feel like you can't even call it that because his own wife said she didn't want that.
Yeah, like
so
that's a backup reaction. The way that she's just like the way she's like, oh my god, man.
She's rooting her own career.
The way
and,
that she is not like have not had his back for like so long, it's crazy to me. Like you're supposed to have each other's backs. You know what I mean?
That's what relationships are about.
Okay.
But unfortunately, not everybody is like that, as we all well know.
It was violence that happened on TV.
Yeah.
It was violent. I think comedians should stop hosting the Oscars so they just tank, because it's the only redeemable quality about that circle jerk.
Yeah.
The only reason why anyone tunes in is to hear Ricky Gervais or whatever just, bring it down to earth and have some fun with it, because otherwise we're just sitting there watching the most boring fake award show where studios pay for those awards. Did they really win? It's a matter of taste. They don't even have a comedy category. Go fuck yourself.
Some comedians, you can tell they operate on a level of a...
Where has he been?
I have no idea. But that's true though. They don't have a comedy category, like the best comedy? They don't?
I don't think at the Oscars. There's another award show that deals with like comedy actors and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if it's a comedy movie, then the best comedy movie, shouldn't that be one?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know what I'm saying, but
guys,
yeah, tell us
you
if they
have
have
documentaries in it.
Yeah,
like,
tell us if they have a comedy movie category in there, because they should.
I don't
Comedians
think
are the
they
reason
do.
that
I don't remember.
they even watch the Oscars, like, but.
And plus, comedy shows are just, everybody loves comedy movies. Although nowadays they're becoming more like love comedies than actual comedy movies. But still, everybody loves comedy movies.
Even have a comedy category. Go fuck yourself.
Some comedians, you can tell they operate on a level of attack. And I would say the medium itself requires a certain amount of consent, like comedy. You have to go, okay, I'm coming here for a person to tell jokes. At a time where there's increasing censorship around what can be said, we're not querying what can be seen, where an act of, let's call it what it was, violence, Will Smith has admitted that himself, can be broadcast around the world, along with some quite aggressive invective, at a time that people are very concerned around what jokes are able to be said. It's interesting what is forbidden and what is allowed. Who's allowed to do what, who's allowed to say what when.
I mean, I'll just let you know, if you come on my stage, I'm not saying, we know I can't jump. I'm not saying I can fight, but I'll bite your fucking face off. You're fucked. I will disembowel you in front of your family if you come on my stage. So,
that's awesome.
I would tell you to get tickets, but all my shit's sold out. I make fucking
I actually sat down and had a long talk with my lovely wife last night about that. Shit took me fucking back. Took me fucking back. And I gotta say, the way Chris handled that moment was fucking unbelievable, and the restraint that he showed, because he starts to go like, ooh, I could say, and the fact that he didn't, because it was lobbed over the net at that point for the Daryl Dawkins break the backboard slam, but then who knows what happens after that. And I felt he chose the show in the event over, pride and ego and all of that stuff. So, at some point, I'll sort it out, but I don't know. Whatever. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have to say about the Oscars. Other than when Chris Rock comes and does a show in L.A., I'm definitely not missing that show.
That's basically
The thing is, he applauded Chris Rock for showing professionalism and not hitting back. But if it was Bill Burr, he would definitely hit back. I don't think he has that level of composure.
I think his natural instincts would literally overcome him. Yeah. And then later on, he would have that composure.
I probably did too much. I probably, over-exaggerated. But at the moment, Bill Burr would have just went in hand, bro.
I'm shocked that he didn't go more in hand, because when it comes to stuff like this, especially, I don't know if he's, maybe because he's not really that close to Chris Rock, because I remember what happened to, what's her name, Gia, right, with Star Wars. What's her name? The girl that got banned from Star Wars because she tweeted some shit.
Gina Carano.
He went ham on that because he's actually friends with her.
And he knows her personally and how.
Yeah, so and he got very upset that they so that's why I'm shocked that he didn't really go ham in this. Maybe because he's not as close to Chris.
And maybe
usually when stuff like this happens and he has strong opinions about it, he tends to.
Maybe he's trying to calm down a bit,
Yeah, because everybody's going ham.
Because he's been saying that he's too out there, and also he said everybody's going to ham, so he didn't feel the need to do that too. Yeah, so maybe he's just for now he's keeping it chill,
Yeah.
Giving a green light to the pimp slap. To what Will Smith did to Chris Rock, that is not a crime to do to your wife in Russia.
Yeah. Chris Rock should have fucking hit him back.
He should have jumped on his back as soon as he turned his back like that.
That just gets filtered through an MMA brain.
100%.
Dude, take us back.
Listen, man, here's the reality. You don't slap a man in the face and then turn your back and walk away unless you should have never slapped that man in the first place. Because you're only slapping a guy who can't slap you back.
That's why he slapped him,
That's the only reason why he slapped him and then turned his back and walked away. Look, if he slapped him and then stood his ground and waited for a return and was ready to go to war, that's one thing. But when you slap a man, you turn around and go back to your seat. That is a sure sign you should not have slapped that man. It's not fair.
I just had this image of a movie like The Karate Kid where Chris Rock just shows up in Austin. He's like, hey, Joe. Trade me.
I was thinking to my friends last night, I was like, imagine if Chris Rock had just a year of solid jiu-jitsu training under his belt, and as soon as
he took his back,
as soon as Will Smith turns his back, he just leaps, and just squeezes Will out before the security guards can get to him. Will Smith goes out,
wipes that smirk off Will Smith's face.
Will Smith, you are a big, huge pussy cuck. I know you were defending your wife because of all other things going on, and a lot of people are like, she has alopecia. I don't even know if she does, because Hollywood people are liars, so she may or may not, because she looks smoking hot with a shaved head, okay? And the G.I. Jane joke, it wasn't the best, but hey, it was good enough. It's hard to be funny in that situation. So I don't know if Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia weezy. She might, or she may have just wanted to shave her head, and she said, listen, just in case the people don't like this, I'll just say I have alopecia. They're all fraud pieces of shit, okay? And the fact that Will Smith was not arrested after he got slapped is white privilege. Will Smith is white privilege. It's just what it is. And I'm telling you, if anybody thinks that it's okay to rush the stage when a comic makes a joke, it's not.
Andrew Schultz had a 3-minute bit to open his flagrant 2 on Will Smith and Chris Rock, and it was, it was.
After the vicious attacks on Chris Rock last night, we think it's only right here at the Flagrant 2 podcast to defend the comic's honor to tell jokes. So here we go. If you didn't see the Oscars, Chris Rock got himself in a hairy situation. He shined a light on female alopecia, while Jada's head shined a light on everything else. Chris was making fun of Jada's baldy, but seriously, how is Will supposed to get turned on if she has a woman's haircut? Now, I'm not saying that he's gay. Wow. He likes women, specifically ones that swim for Penn.
Holy shit.
All I'm saying is last night wasn't the first time Will fondled another man to make Jada happy.
Okay.
And Will's hand that struck Chris Rock was actually a metaphor for his relationship with Jada. Open when he wanted it to be closed. But let's be honest. Last night, Will Smith looked like he was from the streets of Philadelphia. and Jada looked like she was from the movie. Now, after all that drama, Will Smith still took home an Oscar. I'm talking about the award, not a Mexican guy to fuck his wife while he walks in the corner.
Okay, you gotta chill. Wow.
Now, to clarify, Will won the Oscar for Best Actor. People were saying it was for the Lifetime Achievement Award, and no, that's not it. That Oscar goes to the plumber that unclogged Jada's shower drain. Now, I am tired of people not giving Jada enough credit. Okay, it was actually Jada that helped Will get in character for King Richard. Because when she gives blowjobs, her head looks like a bouncing tennis ball. Give it up to Will, okay? Give it up to Will Smith. He is the only person to be recognized by the Motion Picture Academy and the Citizen app on the same night. And to everyone saying Will was probably under the influence, no. Okay, he doesn't drink or do drugs. This is the only time he's ever smoked a rock in his life. Now, don't feel bad for Chris Rock, okay? He was finally part of a hit white people will watch. Give Chris Rock some damn credit, okay? He took that smack like a champ. And next year, he's gonna be ready, okay? He'll have more bobs and weaves than Jada's wig collection. Now, a lot of people are saying this never happened during Oscars So White. Exactly, okay? The white Oscars are mind-numbingly boring, or as Jada would call it, a relationship with Will. So, I think we can all admit this was shocking, okay? Because if there was gonna be one chick at the Oscars with a hair loss disease that doesn't understand humor, I would assume it'd be Amy Schumer.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Will, let this be a lesson to you. If you want to keep your wife's name out of other people's mouths, make sure to keep your hands off comedians.
Look, dude, it's wild that guy is getting away with that. And I just, it's just entirely.
Yo, my cheeks hurt from that, man. He just went ham. He went ham.
Oh, God.
Even the people were comfortable. They were like, yo, like, the guy was like.
He's like, chill. Oh, my God, I can't.
I mean, it reminds me, I used to live in LA, and you'd be like on Beverly or Rodeo, and you see these people in like Bentleys double park or be like in a handicap zone, and then a parking enforcement person would be like, hey, you can't park here. And then the person in the Bentley goes, yeah, there's no spaces. And you're like, yeah, fuckface, that's what happens. Like, go find a place to park. And sometimes the person would get intimidated and be like, okay. And then sometimes they'd be like, I don't give a fuck, here's your ticket. And that's what Will Smith needs. He needs a big old fucking parking ticket.
How arrogant are you to think that you deserve to go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like? I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive.
Yeah.
I want them to start saying I found it offensive. Because you've got to own the emotion. Because that's all it is. You're just telling me how you feel about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing intrinsically offensive about this joke.
Listen, apparently they worked it out. Like, I read that they talked, and Will Smith made a statement, and Chris Rock even apologized. And apparently they talked backstage.
He did it because, he needs to do it because he got multi-million-dollar deals he has to take care of. So I'm not gonna be like shouldn't have because I'm not losing multi-million-dollars for not apologizing. So I'm not gonna act like I wouldn't have apologized. But that's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
But but he that joke wasn't a joke that bad for him to apologize for it. But I understand why he did it because he's gonna lose money if he don't.
I think he did it to just keep the peace.
Yeah, that too.
Because because there's no way whether he apologizes or not that he's gonna lose anything, Chris, because of the fact that he kept his composure and did his job during the Oscars. Because of that alone, if Will apologizes, Chris could have been like, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. He could accept the apology, not accept the apology, apologize or not apologize. He already did what he was supposed to do. So he's not losing any money. But I think he apologized just to keep the peace.
And also, one night he's a good guy, and that's going to pay off being the good guy. So you have to.
And plus, a lot of people want to see his shows to see what the fuck he's going to say.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like right now, him playing the good guy is actually working way better.
Then,
stage and worked it out, which is the best. I don't think Will Smith should go to jail. I don't think any of that stuff should happen. I don't think they should take away his Academy Award. I think he knows it was a foolish act. Everybody else knows. And I think it's one of those learning experiences for the world. It's like a teachable moment, right? Like the whole world can see that we put stars and celebrities up on pedestals, but they're just human beings. And sometimes human beings get pushed to the point where they do something irrational.
Right.
And that's what he did. He just did something totally irrational that he's completely embarrassed by.
More comedians reacted on social media through Instagram and Twitter also. Annie Letterman put up this picture of her and Rogan with the caption, "Jada Pinkett Smith and me the night before the Oscars." Ricky Gervais tweeted, "Dear TV and film stars, why are some of you so fucking weird? You're actors, some of you great actors, so just act normal, simple." Ryan Sickler quote tweeted the Oscars tweet saying they don't condone violence of any kind and said, "You allowed it, you support it, and you gave him an award. Fuck y'all and Will Smith." Joe List weighed in saying, "I'm just now finding out there's not a G.I. Jane 2 in the works." And Brian Redband also said, "I wonder if Will Smith just opened the door to audience members attacking comics when doing crowd work," which I don't think will be the case. I think a lot of people are going to get their ass beat if they start charging the stage. A lot of comedians reacting to this. Pretty crazy stuff. If you love the world of comedy, want to stay up to date on it, make sure you hit subscribe to this channel, Joke World, and also go check out our Instagram, link in bio. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm thinking about right now?
What?
That there might be a G.I. Jane 2 now. Like that tweet made me realize, oh shit. Some producer might be like, opportunity to make money, you know?
Gina, how would you like to be a part of this?
I doubt it's gonna be Jada. I doubt it's gonna be Jada. But I think just the G.I. Jane name, I didn't even know that existed before this thing happened.
G.I. Jane?
Yeah, I didn't even know that existed.
I know that movie.
But I think now that it's everywhere, some producer might be like, you know what? I think this is the perfect time to make a number 2.
Oh, let's do a remake.
Yeah, remake. Exactly.
You know how it is
remake. Yes, be a remake. Yeah.
Let's do a remake of this.
And then the
first person we ask is Jada. If she says no, understandable, we'll find somebody else. But she should be the first person we ask. Oh my god. Just say.
Yeah, I don't think she getting any movie roles.
But could you imagine?
But there might be like a subtle mention of that on the thing. But yeah, guys. What's googling?
Nothing.
Oh.
Continue.
Like,
comment,
subscribe.
See you next time.
Like, what are you googling?
Mind your business.
G.I. Jane 2? G.I. Jane remake?
Seriously.